YouTube has been inundated for the past few years with videos titled "How YouTube has changed my life with just 100 subscribers" or "With less than 500 subscribers, YouTube has changed my life in 3 months." And I have an issue with those. Why? Because they set up the wrong expectations. They tell you that if you reach a certain number of subscribers, like a really low one, 100 subscribers, it's gonna change your life. No, it fucking will not. And do you wanna know how I know that? Because I have 135 subscribers and YouTube hasn't changed shit. Well, at least not in a positive way. Yes, YouTube has changed 2 things. One, I have less time to do anything else because now I need to worry about putting a video out every single week. And 2, I'm more stressed because I need to come up with titles, I need to come up with thumbnails, descriptions. Should I use tags? Should I use hashtags? I need to watch a whole bunch of YouTube gurus to learn about intro structure and how to structure my videos and metaphors and use props and do a whole bunch of other stuff that I simply don't have time to. So yeah, in that sense, yes, YouTube has changed my life. And I know, it may sound like sour grapes because others have made it and I have not. And maybe to a certain extent that's true. But that is the reality for 90% of us YouTubers. 90%, statistically speaking, this is a hard, cold fact. 90% of YouTube channels never reach 1,000 subscribers. So again, statistically, the odds are against you succeeding. So when you see videos titled "YouTube has changed my life with 100 subscribers," again, they're setting up the wrong expectations. Pretty much, they're setting you up for misery and failure. And most of these videos come from people that teach other people how to do YouTube. That's what their channel is all about. And here lies the problem. They chose that specific title because they saw that it worked for others. It's somewhat of a guarantee that if you use that title, you'll get more views and more traction for your channel. So they're worrying about themselves and their channel's growth and not really about the audience. But anyway, I don't want to really get into that. The thing is, if you're setting up the expectation that if you have like 100 or 500 subscribers, you would have made it, that is entirely false. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours just to get into the YouTube Partner Program. How are you supposed to build a business with less than 1,000 subscribers? And don't get it twisted, everybody that's doing YouTube, their main goal is to make a business out of their YouTube channel. For them to have financial freedom, for them to have creative freedom, not to work for anyone else and do what it is they actually want to do. Now, whether or not they want to admit that to themselves, that that is the ultimate goal, that's another discussion. For me, for example, when I started this YouTube channel, like really started posting at the beginning of the year, my main goal was to use YouTube as a means of marketing. So I'm a freelance videographer, motion designer, and video editor, and I wanted to use YouTube to get in more clients. That was the main goal, right? But in the back of my mind, I always wanted YouTube to be the business itself, to grow the channel, to get views, to get sponsorships, to have full creative freedom with regards to the videos that I want to create, not to be held responsible by external clients or anything. That is the main goal, whether or not you want to admit it, for each and every YouTuber that starts, well, a YouTube channel. And now I hear some of you thinking, well, yeah, but what about the people that actually want to create just for the sake of creating? Well, if you create just for the sake of creating, then you don't need to post it on YouTube now, do you? If you're just doing it for yourself, just to go through the creative process, why did you post it? Well, art is meant to be shared. Okay, totally fine. Yes, art is meant to be shared and consumed by others. But then why do you feel bad when you only get a view for that video that you created, your art? Why is that a big problem? Oh, because you want your art to be a stepping stone to your business. You want your art to be turned into a business so you can live off of creating what you love. And again, the main goal is becoming a business. Now, I don't want this video to be too negative because, to be honest, this is not the type of video that I want to post on my channel. It's not the type of video that I have posted on my channel. But to end on a positive note, there is one thing that all of these videos got right, and that is the core message. If you want to do YouTube, if you're thinking or if you're overthinking, fuck all of that. Just start doing it. Grab your phone and start creating the videos that you want to make. That message, I am 1,000% behind it. Just start. But it's important to not start off with the wrong expectations that if you reach a certain number of subscribers, 100, 500, if it's less than 1,000, you would have made it, because that is simply not true. Because at one point you will reach those 100, 500, whatever subscribers, and you will find yourself in the same exact situation where you started. nothing has changed. And it's at that point where you would need to make a decision. Probably you would choose to quit because your expectation was that once you reach that, you would have made it and YouTube would have changed your life, and it hasn't. So you need to start YouTube with the idea that you're in it for the long haul. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of effort, a lot of wasted time, a lot of disappointment when the YouTube algorithm doesn't deem you worthy to pluck you from obscurity and give you a wider audience all of a sudden. Because there is no such thing as an overnight success. And that, to be honest, that is a good thing. Because if you do it step by step and you grow and you get better each and every day and you get better with each and every video and you go through all of the shitty times where the algorithm doesn't give you the right impressions, or you put a whole lot of effort in one video and it doesn't take off even though it's really fucking good. All of those steps and all of those failures will make you ready for when success comes, and when the YouTube algorithm all of a sudden gives you a wide enough reach, you will know how to handle that and what to do with that and what to do with the videos after that. So again, for one last time, start YouTube, definitely do that, but start off with the right expectations.